Hello, this is Anthony. Let's sit and talk. By the way, if you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I would be grateful. So today we're going to talk about free will. Before I started my spiritual journey in life, this subject has come up many times. The subject has come up in the form of, does free will exist or are things predestined? In fact, in some religious circles, this is a debate in terms of do we have free will or are things already decided? Now, when you look at the way that life is run, and understanding that there is no past and there is no future, there is only the infinite present now. A lot of people would say, well, then, life's already been planned out, things are predestined. However, I think there are a lot of things that we're discovering scientifically, as well as understanding our universe, that kind of help us to answer this question with more certainty, I think, than maybe was available before. So I will give you essentially my view on whether there's free will or there's predestination. And I'm going to use the things that I've learned on this journey, as well as some of the things from a science perspective that we're learning that supports that. So long and short of it is, I believe this is a universe of free will. And what that means is that you have the free will, your free will, to choose what you would choose and what you want for yourself on this journey. And other beings are not allowed to impinge on your free will unless you, unless you agree to allow them to do certain things or act in certain ways. If you do not agree to certain things, then the person who would be impinging on your free will generally receives a lot of karma for impinging on your free will, enough that essentially is created to prevent them from desiring to take on or take over your free will. So it's important to understand that since this is the universe of free will, there are several levels and layers to this, meaning when you understand that you are your soul, and your soul is infinite, and your soul has free will, then you understand that your soul chooses to incarnate here to learn certain lessons. And once you incarnate here, those lessons are lessons that your soul is using to learn and evolve and to grow in and of itself. However, once you arrive and you go through the process of forgetting, and you become this being on Earth that is essentially, kind of just walking this planet in a programmed manner, in essence, until you realize what's going on and awaken from that slumber, you also have free will. Now, the best way I've heard this described is that your soul ends up acting like a GPS on your phone. Let's say you wanted to go from New York to LA, and you use GPS. The GPS would calculate the most efficient and fastest route for you to get from New York to LA. However, because you're here in this body and you don't remember the things that you remembered before birth and the things you wanted to learn, you have free will to choose which direction you go on that journey and the things that you choose to experience in this lifetime on that journey. Now, that being said, it's important to understand that when your soul acts like a GPS, what happens is, say you take a left in St. Louis and go towards Texas. Well, what happens is your soul acts much like your GPS, and it will just say, okay, recalculating route. And what it'll do then is it'll present you with signs and synchronicities to kind of help guide you back onto your path to get to LA. You can choose to follow those paths, but eventually, what your soul is here to do is also to guide you on the most efficient path to create the best version of yourself. And as you, are essentially trying to learn to go with the flow of life and trying to accomplish things that you choose to accomplish, some of the things will be presented to you that will essentially make it easy for you to choose certain directions. So you will eventually, by the end of your life, get from New York to LA from point A to point B, and you will have learned all the lessons that your soul chose to learn in this lifetime, or at least gone well on the way to learning those things. But you will also have gotten the opportunity to kind of choose how that occurs. Now, I also would say that from a science perspective, this is also supported with the understanding now that science is starting to realize and prove that there are multiple timelines and multiple universes, and understanding that your soul is multidimensional, and that your consciousness, they're starting to believe, doesn't actually exist in one timeline, but your consciousness, as you begin to grow and evolve, will shift timelines into places where things have already occurred or different things have occurred in order for you to reach the highest and best version of self. And so as science continues to learn and grow from the things it is learning and understanding, our understanding about this will become greater and greater. But that is my understanding and what has been shown to me on my journey in terms of free will. This is the universe of free will. Every being in this universe has free will, including from your soul to your ego and to your incarnation. However, understanding that your soul and you are one, you are also choosing to learn certain lessons in life to become the best version of self in life and to evolve to the best version of yourself in life. So I hope that this kind of helps answer whether there's free will or there's predestination. But what say you? I'd like to hear from the comments what your thoughts are on this. In the meantime, I very much enjoy interacting with you, and I enjoy this journey with you. And until I talk with you again, peace, love, light. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you.